back to 7.1, and yesterday we did the first, so I want to go ahead and just look at a couple. So I'm going to blow this up a little bit, and I want everybody to look at 21 through 34. Everybody look at your answers to 21 through 34. Everybody's looking at their answers 21 through 34 just up on the board. And then if you made a mistake, you're supposed to raise your hand and say, just review with me this one. Julia, are you good? All right, let's look at 22. So now, this is the hard one because it's dealing with a fraction. All right, so everybody, we're going to review fractions again, so please stay with me. All right, here we just say 2/5 times 1, that is what? That is 2/5. You agree with that? Now, the hard part, though, is when I ask you about 2/5 times 10. So please pay attention now. We're going 2/5 times 10. Well, first of all, it's a positive times a positive, so the answer is a positive. So that's where this plus sign comes from. Now, one of two ways. You could do it the longer way, which is just say 2 times 10, which is 20, and then divided by 5, which is 4. That's how I got that.
Yeah.
You with me? Or you could do the 10 divided by 5 first and get 2, and then 2 times 2 is 4. You hear me on that? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Shh. Shh. Yeah, listen, as we get further along in math, we really don't write decimals anymore. All right? I always want you to leave it as a fraction. And sometimes they're going to give you a decimal. I'm going to say it's just easier to change it to a fraction. All right? Sebastian, quick. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Here we go. Negative times a negative. Come on, Sebastian. Everything's fine. Julia, good for you again. Let's look at 29. So I'm going to scroll up just a minute. So negative times a positive is a what? Negative. Do you agree with that? And then 2 times 19 is 38. Plus that 0 makes it 380. Do you agree with that? Shh. Do you agree with that? All right. Now I'm going negative 20. I'm going negative 20 times negative a. And a negative times a negative is a. You with me? So you happy with that explanation? Okay, so let me see if you understand what I'm saying. This means, Julia, negative 20 times 19 minus negative 20 times a. That's kind of what that means. You see that? So I'm just distributing a negative. All right? Yes.
Did you just add a 0?
Yes. I did 2 times 19 and then added a 0. All right, Max, you guys, get quiet back there. All right? Yes.
I had a question on 37.
No, remember I said you don't have to worry about the word problems. All right? Okay, so again, listen, I think that's a pretty good idea. All right? Now, tonight, I'm going to start doing a better job checking your answers, right? So in class, I'm going to try to put up all of the answers. And then that'll give you an opportunity to look through and see which ones you missed. All right? Now, some of you have your work cut out with you because I pointed out a few mistakes you were making. Is everybody with me on this? All right, so this is on the video now. You can go to the video and pause and look at all the answers. All right? All right, I think that's a good idea. All right, a very good idea. All right. Now, again, remember, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to flip the answers back and forth also, right? So the first worksheet we do, second worksheet the other class does, and then you have all the answers so you can kind of check your work. All right. That's why I'm still confused about how some of you can't have your work done. All right. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense, really, why you don't know something, because if you were curious enough, you would just go to the video and find that problem. All right? That's really a good idea. All right? For those of you guys who are especially not in a position where you like your grade as much as you would like to. All right? So now what I want to do is I want to just jump to 7.2, please. 7.2, again, listen to me. Simple. Very simple. All right? I think you're going to like today. Okay? Now, today what I want to do is, for us, I'm going to go to the second worksheet. We're going to do the second worksheet today. All right? So everybody take a look at the second worksheet.
Oh, I know this.
Now, you should know this because, again, we did it last year, but what we're going to do now is to identify the like terms, you're going to highlight the like terms. Everybody with me? So we're going to highlight. So right now, 6y is like what? 1y. Does everybody agree with that? Is there anything similar to the 4?
No.
No, but it's actually -4. All right, so you're highlighting similar terms. All right?
Oh, that's
Does that make sense? All right, that way you don't have to rewrite everything. All right? Now, let me explain this. Everybody needs to know this. I'm periodically going to say the word coefficient. That's just a fancy word for the number in front of the variable. Coefficient is just a fancy word for the number in front of the variable. So if I say, for example, 6y, what is the coefficient? 6. That's all. All right? What's the coefficient of y? 1. Exactly. Everybody with me on that? We're not going to do that, okay? I'm just telling you what that is. So if I say coefficient, you know what it is. Simply the number in front of the variable. All right? Now, what are constants? Constants remain the same. Variables can change. So we say that 6y and y are your variables. -4 is a what?
constant.
Constant. Think about it. Constant does not change. It's -4 always. Everybody with me on this? All right? And in math, you combine your variables if they're the same. You can combine constants if they're the same. All right? Is everybody good with that? All right? So let's look at number 2. What are the like terms?
8u and 3u. And 2u.
They're all like. Because they're all just what? U. They're all U's. All right? Is everybody good with that? All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one. All right? Now, highlight -12h. Is there anything common with 12h? Nope, so now you got to change your color. G, what's common with G?
Just one g.
Just the G's. And then change your color. And the other thing is what? 8, the constant. Now notice they're all different colors. The reason they're different colors is because they're different. You can combine terms that are alike. You can combine terms that are alike, which is what this lesson is about. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this out. What can I combine? The -21w and the 3w, and I can also combine the 1 and the 5. All right? Yes, ma'am. Yep, exactly correct, girl. That's a very good question. The number in front is not what's important. What's important is the letter itself. Okay? That's what's important. All right? Very good question. All right? What do we got for number 5? 8a and -3a. Does everybody agree with that? And b and 4b. Is everybody good with that? All right. Number 6. Uh-oh. Now this one's super, super, super important. So everybody to listen to me real quick. The only thing similar to F is F. The only thing similar to F is F. The only thing similar to G is what?
G.
G.
I like them.
Yeah. The only thing similar to 1 is what? A constant, right? Now, the important one. The only thing common with FG is what? FG. FG's go together. F does not go with FG, and FG does not go with G. Everybody hear me on this? Right? You have to know that in order to be successful today. All right. Go ahead. I'm listening. Come on. Yeah, they would go together, but we're going to get to how they go together in a minute. We're going to get to how they go together in a minute. All right. Does anybody have any questions or concerns with that? All right. So now we're on to the actual math. We're on to the actual math. Now, again, here's what I'm trying to tell kids all the time. The number in front tells you how many there are. The number in front, which is called the coefficient. All right? So right now, I want you to highlight the Q's on number 7. I have how many Q's? No. I have how many Q's? -8. What? I have -8Q. You hear me? Then I have what? -5Q or 5Q? I have 5Q. So if I have -8Q and I have positive 5Q, that's correct, guys. It's that easy. That means -3Q. All right, it's really simple. Really, really simple. All right, now I'm highlighting just for you. I'm highlighting the positive 6 and -3. What's 6 minus 3?
Yes.
A positive 3. A positive 3. Now, again, the reason why we can't solve this is because there is no equal sign. This is an expression, not an equation. This is an expression, not an equation. All right? So please be careful with that. All right? Now I'm looking at number 8. Now listen, I'm not asking you to highlight everything. All right, I'm asking you to pay attention now. Listen carefully. I have a number in front of this H is a what? 1. 1H plus 5H is how much? 6H minus 6H. So there is no more H's. So the answer is just what? -3. The answer is just -3. All right. Now remember what I've been trying to talk to you about is, first of all, stay with me. And next thing is, you ask me a question as soon as you don't understand something. There's no reason for me to go on if you don't know that. Everybody comfortable so far? Come on, Sebastian. 1H plus 5H minus 6H. What is that? What is that? That's right, 0. The H is canceled. All right, let's take a look now at number 9. Uh-oh. The reason why I have a problem with number 9 is because I have to do what? What did we do yesterday? We have to distribute the -5. We have to distribute the -5. When I distribute the -5, I want everybody to write down 2A minus 5A minus 5. Now look up real quick and make sure you see what I did. I multiplied -5 times A and -5 times positive 1. Girls in the back, are you all right with that? Shh. Okay, that's why we're going to do a whole bunch of these. All right? Now I have to do what? I have to combine terms. What terms are the same? And what is 2A minus 5A? Yes, so we have -3A minus 5. -3A minus 5. All right, so now let's slide over and do number 10. All right, for number 10, everybody's going to have to distribute the -2, so I'm going to give you 15 seconds. Ready, go. Everybody distribute the -2. I want to see if you understand this step. Five seconds. All right, Avery, when I distribute the negative 2, what did you get?
So I got 1b minus 2b plus 4.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Caroline, is that good for you?
Yeah. I got minus. Wait, how did
No, the reason why it's a plus 4 is watch. Very good mistake. You ready? Negative 2 times negative 2. Right? Find your mistakes. That's why you're supposed to do it before I do it, so you can see how far ahead or if you understand or correct your mistake. Don't just copy things off the board. It's no value. You got to try first. Now, when I combine terms, right, I'm going to combine, be careful, 1b minus 2b. What is 1 minus 2? Negative 1. So you can write down negative 1b plus 4. Negative 1b plus 4. Is everybody happy with that explanation? All right. Now, what? Come on.
How did you get 1?
How did I get? This is a 1.
Oh.
And then 1 minus 2 is negative 1. All right, here we go. Now, again, you're watching the work I put into it. All right, now what am I distributing on this problem? Shh. I'm distributing a negative 3. So 10 seconds. Distribute the negative 3 properly. All right, Max. When you distribute the negative 3, what did you get?
I got
Come on, it's not funny to me at all, man. I asked you to distribute the negative 3. It shouldn't take you that long because we've just done the distributive property twice. You having issues?
yeah.
Julian, why don't you help him out?
So I got negative 9 minus negative t minus 3 minus 3.
Wow, stop. Guys, come on. Let me just start from scratch. All right, you can pat yourself on the back in a minute. Some of you I know it, but some of you don't. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. All right? Right now, there is no distributive property with 9 minus t, right?
Yeah.
So we can just leave that alone. 9 minus t. Now I'm distributing a negative 3. When you distribute a negative 3, it's negative 3 times t. What is negative 3 times t? Negative 3t. I don't know what you're waiting on. What's the problem with that, Max? Negative 3 times t is negative 3t.
No.
Then I'm distributing the negative 3 to the positive 3.
So it's negative 2.
So then I say negative 3 times positive 3. Minus 9. Thank you so much. That's what we're doing. All right? So I have 9 minus t minus 3t minus 9. Julia, how are you doing on that? Do you not see where I'm getting the negative 3t and the negative 9? Because listen, this is the same as this up here. Nothing has changed. The only thing I'm changing is distributing the negative 3, and we did that last class. That's what you did for homework. You're distributing a negative 3. All right, what?
Do you do that every time we multiply?
Yes, exactly. That's why we had all those problems yesterday that you didn't finish.
I get it.
That's what you were supposed to do last night. All right? Now, again, I need you to look at combining terms. I like to look at the t's first. There's negative 1t minus 3t. What is that? Negative 4t. Is everybody good on that? So equals negative 4t. And then what happens to the 9 minus 9? They cancel out. So your answer is just negative 4t. Your answer is just negative 4t. Jesse, you're looking like I lost you. Shh.
So I get the first part. I'm just
You mean how did I get negative 4t?
Yeah.
All right, so watch, kiddo. All right, you ready? It's got this. I'm going to highlight again because I think it's kind of important. I'm combining terms. There's a -1 and a -3. -1 and -3 make -4. Because I want you to read just the number. What's the first number? And then the second number. No, the number. Nope. Nope. Keep going. Yes, ma'am. So what I'm telling you is what, kiddo? These two go together. Now read this.
9 minus 9.
Right. So I'm telling you the number in front. The number in front. All right, tells you how many there are. I'd like for you to say this is a positive 9. This is a -1. This is a -3, and that's a -9. That's how I'd like for you to look at it. And you're combining things that are alike. All right, guys, come on now. We got to get better at this. All right, here we go. It's going to take a little practice. All right. Now, Will, I have to distribute a what first? Distribute the 5. Here we go. So I write -8 down. And then when I distribute the 5, what do I get? Plus 5G plus 10 minus 2. Hold on a minute. Come on, I mean it, guys. Leave him alone. He's got to concentrate. Now, we always write the variable first. So what variable do I have?
G.
Yeah. Is there anything I can combine with that?
No.
No. So I write down what? 5G. Now I have to do the numbers. Now, please, here's where some people are making mistakes. Read this number. -8. Then what? Which is? 2. And then what? Yes. So the answer is 5G. Jesse, getting better back there? Sebastian? No. All right, 5G is the answer. Anybody have any questions? Colin, you were going to help me with 13. All right. Do I have to do the distributive property on this problem? No. So what do I have to combine?
You have to combine 12M and 2M.
12M and what kind of M?
2M.
Nope.
-2M.
-2M.
And that is 10M.
That is 10M. And then what?
And then you have to subtract 9 from 16.
9 minus 16. What is 9 minus 16?
That is it's 5. Wait, no, that's 7.
There you go. Positive or negative?
-7.
-7. Thank you. 10M minus 7. Ellis, you're up. Do I have to distribute on this problem? So when I distribute, what do I get? Good job. And then you just write plus 9 minus 3y. And again, I'm trying to tell some of you guys, don't just copy what I'm doing down. Do the distributive property on your own, and then you know if you know how to do it or not. Not copying. That's no value. You're not learning. Do the problem before I do it. All right? Now, Ellis, what? Do the variables first. Good. Which is? Right. And then? Is? Yes. Everybody happy? All right. Should be getting better. Go.
Like, I know, like, there's the ones that you don't have to distribute.
No, all I'm asking you is what's the problem with 14?
Oh, no, I don't have a problem with that. I have a
Good.
question.
Okay, so you can do number 15 for me. What? If you don't have a question with 14, I'm proud of you. You okay with 14?
Yeah.
All right, you do 15. Uh-oh. No, I don't want you to do 15.
I know it
All right,
is.
it's too easy.
Wait,
All
is
right,
it
15.
5R?
Julia, what did you get? 5R, right?
1
1R plus 1R plus 1R plus 1R. That's a nice little trick question. 5R. Remember, the numbers in front are just ones if you're unsure. So that was real easy. All right, Julian. Now you're on 16.
You don't have to distribute.
You don't have to distribute, so you have to do what? What kind of? Thank you. Take your time, remember.
8x.
Good, which is negative 11 plus 8.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that?
plus 8. Negative, negative,
Yes, you're there.
19.
No. You owe me 11 and you have 8.
Oh, negative 3.
Yes, good job, buddy.
And then you, 3x.
So, what's negative 3 plus 3?
Plus 3. That's, negative 6.
Negative 3 plus 3. You're just going too fast. Shh. You owe me $3 and you have $3. 0. There you go. So it's 0x. Do I have to write down 0x? No. 0x is 0. Okay? So we don't have to write it down. So then what?
So then, you have, add 4 plus 4.
Where does it say 4 plus 4?
Or, 4 and, negative 4.
Yes, and what's 4 and negative 4?
That is a negative 8.
Read the problem. You're honestly, this is what, and don't be mad at me because I know you're trying. Okay, so listen. Here's what I'm trying to teach you now. I just literally want you to read this number. What's that?
4.
No.
Negative
Or minus 4. What's 4 minus 4?
0.
Not negative 8. You with me? 4 minus 4, 0.
Yes, 0.
So the whole answer here is just what?
0.
The whole answer is 0. The whole answer is 0. All right? No, I would have put 0x if it was 0x. All right? Caroline, what do I have to do on 17? All right, so you distribute 12 for me. You're awesome, girl. Very, very good. Combined terms, what do I get? Shh. Where's negative 12y? Yes. So what's that? You're awesome, girl. Negative 2y. Now what? Yes? They cancel. Thank you. That is, the answer is negative 2y. Abby, you good? All right, hold up. Go. Come on, Julian. Come on.
What do you mean by they cancel?
Look, I want you to say, if somebody says to you this, look, pay attention, look up on the board. I'm trying to draw it out for you so you can see it better. Read that.
12x.
And then read that.
12x.
No. Right. 12x and negative 12x is what? Cancels. Cancels. Abby, I'm on 18, girl. What do I have to do? Yep, so I'm going to write down on my paper 19g minus 4h plus 4, and then what?
And then
Yes, ma'am, good. And then what?
and then wait, no.
What type of 20? Pause. Yes, ma'am, good job for you. Good job correcting last night. All right, so that's plus 20, do you agree? All right, now combine things that are alike. Now we try to go in alphabetical order. So you combine the G's first. So what do I have?
19
Which is? Yes, negative 1g. And then you can kind of like highlight it so it doesn't get in the way if you want to. And then what? Is there anything I can do with the h's? So I just have to write, yes, minus 4h plus 24. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. What, Max?
I don't understand, like, You know, like after it says negative, like how do you get the 20 at the end? After negative.
Okay, because this is what we did last night. We did negative 20 times negative 1. Negative times,
That's 20.
that's why we got positive 20.
Then where'd you get the negative
20, negative 20 times G is negative 20G.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on, Max. Come on, come on. All right. Let me have 19. Julia. Okie dokie. Let's go. Shh. Distribute for me. And then. No, not yet. You didn't finish distributing, Julia. What am I distributing? Negative 5C, then what? Come on, girl. No. Distribute, Julia. Negative 5 times C is what? And then negative 5 times positive D. Yeah, now listen, I don't want people mad at me when I fuss at you. You hear me, Julia? You go to that, right? I'm trying to show you now. All right? Is that good for you? You promise. You're distributing a negative. That's all we're doing. And most kids make a mistake with distributing a negative. All right? You distribute the negative to both numbers. All right? Now, I want you to just go ahead and write down the minus 4D plus 5C minus D. Now, I see C's and D's, right? So I combine the C's first. So, Julia, I have how many here? And then I have here. So what do they do? 0. Good girl. All right, what's the next one now? Negative 5D and which makes? No, you owe your mom 4 and you owe your dad 5. You owe, yes, you do. You owe 9. And then minus 1 more. Now you owe your, right, think about money. You owe your mom 5, you owe your dad 4, and you owe your brother 1. So you owe what? You owe 10, girl. Come on, think in terms of money. That helps out a lot. Negative 10D. Negative 10D. Is everybody happy with that? Now look, I told you I can't walk around and see what you're doing. I can't do that. So I'm on question number 19, going to number 20. You should be getting a little better each time. If you're just sitting there writing down the problems, I'm telling you, this is the beginning of algebra. It is only going to get harder if this is hard for you. All right, so you got to speak up. All right, now I'm on question 20. All right, Sebastian. Distribute the negative 3. What do I get? Negative what? No, it says negative 3 times positive 8. What's that? Now, don't be confused just because the number's in the back. As a matter of fact, I remember when I first learned this, I just said, does it matter where I put the negative 3? And as soon as she said no, I just automatically rewrote it as negative 3 times 8 minus b, just so I didn't have to see it at the end. For whatever reason, I just didn't like it being at the end. So if you want to put it at the beginning, since they're always at the beginning, there's no reason to have it at the end. If it bothers you, put it at the beginning. That's all there is to that. Now, come on, I want you to speed up the process here. You're stumbling around too much for me, Sebastian. So what is the whole thing? If I distribute the negative 3, what do I get? No, I knew you were going to say that. What's a negative times a negative? Sebastian, you understand me why that's a positive 3b? Do you understand me or not? Everybody, that's where the mistake is made. They don't distribute the negative properly. Jesse, do you understand that? Anybody? Everybody understand why that's negative 24 plus 3b? Good for you, Julian. What?
Wouldn't it be 24 since the positive or negative?
I am not wrong, okay? So we need to correct your mistake. What do you think it is?
positive 24.
No, wrong. What is a negative times a positive? That's why it's negative 24. You should correct yourself before you correct me. Yes, you were, because you thought you were right. And which means I would be what? If you're right, then I must be. Go ahead, say it. I was wrong. I don't remember the last time I was, but I was wrong once. All right, I was wrong once. So that's not the final answer. That's us distributing a negative 3. So you have to understand we distributed the negative 3. Julian, are you with me now, right, buddy? All right. Negative times a positive is a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put plus 6b plus 12 minus 10b. Now, we're combining the b's. Which ones? Good. And then? Good job. Good job. That's what I'm saying about you. That's how it should be read. And then what? Hold up. Come on, girls. Then it would be negative 12. Your assignment is to do the first page. The assignment is to do the first page. I'll be checking homework again tomorrow, even though you guys did great. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, was the answer negative 12?